Americans watch NBC News than any other news organization in the world.
Some Indiana students are coming out today to protest the firing of basketball coach Bobby Knight. And NBC shows are holding several Emmy Awards today. We have a wrap-up of last night's award show. Plus, a recent study of teens' diets shows that they may face serious health problems when they get older. Those stories and more are next here on NBC News Channel 15.
It's the best hour on television, the Hour of Power.
Will it be the defense that hits or the offense that flies? Catch exciting Illinois football at historic Memorial Stadium. And what better way to enjoy Fighting Illini football than with free tickets? Register to win a family 4-pack of tickets at these locations. It's a great time to experience Illinois football, and you and your family could be there free. Register to win at these locations and you could win. Brought to you by NBC News Channel 15.
It's unscripted.
If you want to leave me, I'm not going to hold you back.
And unrehearsed.
What did I do, Rich? Tell me what I did.
It's television like you've never seen before.
How can you not care? This is my daughter, too.
Featuring real people.
I feel empty, like I'm just all by myself.
Real problems.
I feel like I compete to get your attention.
Real help.
Those feelings aren't dangerous. They help a person be alive in the world.
This fall, Dr. Urban Wolkoff makes House Calls.
At NBC News Channel 15, your local news comes first.
WICD, Champaign, Urbana-Danville, covering more of the Champaign and Vermilion County area. This is the NBC News Channel 15 News at noon.
Reaction to the firing of Coach Bobby Knight builds today, with some protesting that decision. Good afternoon, I'm Doug Quick, and we'll have more on that story in just a moment. But first, let's go to Keith Page for a first look at weather. Keith?
I'm totally confused. What are you doing sitting there, Doug, and not sitting here? Well, we'll get to that a little bit later. Right now, we have clouds moving in and with a chance of some showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, and then a 60% likelihood tonight and tomorrow morning. Temperatures will drop from 88 today up to 78 degrees tomorrow, and our current temperature moving up to that 88. We're currently at 84, so it's going to be another hot and sticky day. Doug?
Thanks a lot, Keith. Former Indiana University basketball coach Bobby Knight promises to share his side of the story in a couple of days. Knight has made his first public comments on why he was fired yesterday as Indiana University's basketball coach. As a crowd of students chanted "Bobby, Bobby" early today, Knight told them that no one appreciates their support more than he does. The NBC station in Indianapolis reports that Knight cried as he met with players in the team's locker room. Junior forward Jared Odell says team members also cried. Odell says Knight told the players that he would be there for them if they needed anything. The school fired Knight just days after he grabbed a student by the arm to lecture him about manners.
My side of this thing.
Knight is one of college basketball's all-time winningest coaches. He was fired after an Indiana freshman alleges that Knight spun him around by the arm while yelling obscenities at him. It's the first offense after a zero-tolerance policy was implemented earlier this year. And the decision to fire Knight comes as no surprise to Fighting Illini fans.
I think that it's long overdue. His behavior's been an outrage and insult to the rest of the Big Ten for many years, and I think he's getting what he deserves.
I think he's a great coach, but I think he's taken it a little too far lately. I think he needs to learn to control his emotions and really loosen up on that kind of stuff.
I think Bob Knight's been given enough chances. I think it's about time that he gets let go, and about time that Indiana just finds a new coach.
No successor has yet been named to take Knight's place. U of I police hope anyone with information on this weekend's explosion on campus will come forward. A pipe bomb exploded outside Champaign's Police Institute early Saturday morning. It happened on the east side of the building near the air conditioning unit. There were no injuries. U of I police ask anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers at 373-TIPS. And there's a dogfight going on between residents in Iroquois County. Jean Fleming has more than 60 dogs on her farm in Buckley, and she's trying to get approval for a zoning permit to build a kennel to house the animals. But some residents, as well as the Iroquois zoning commissioner, say the building is inadequate for all of the animals.
Not the necessary permits and inadequate facilities, and some of them thought that also would hurt the property value.
The zoning debate is far from over. The Iroquois Zoning Commission meets Tuesday morning to vote on that permit. Federal officials say the entertainment industry aggressively markets mature merchandise to immature audiences. A report released today by federal regulators blasts the way the industry markets explicit movies, video games, and music. The Federal Trade Commission report is from industry documents, including marketing strategies to advertise adult products to youngsters. FTC Chairman Robert Potefsky says the documents show that 80% of R-rated movies and 70% of mature-rated video games are marketed to kids younger than 17.
I don't want the Federal Trade Commission to be the thought police. I don't want a bureaucrat like me influencing the content of these materials, but rather we need to influence the way these materials are marketed.
Potofsky made sure to add that there is no direct evidence linking exposure to violent video games and explicit merchandise to violent acts. The NBC political drama The West Wing has rubbed out the competition from HBO's The Sopranos at the Emmy Awards. The West Wing won a record-setting 9 Emmys. The mob drama The Sopranos got 18 nominations, but only 1 win. Its star James Gandolfini picked up the award for Best Actor. Will and Grace picked up 3 Emmys, one for Best Comedy Series. Megan Mullally won Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy. And Sean Hayes won Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. Michael J. Fox, who left Spin City because he has Parkinson's disease, won Best Actor for a Comedy. And Saturday Night Live, the 25th anniversary special, won the Emmy for Music or Comedy Variety Special. Well, a new study shows teens are eating the wrong foods. Find out what meals are the worst for health. Then, some kids are becoming too athletic at a young age. And you can now visit lonely women and men in prison through your computer. We have the website. Those stories and more still ahead on News Channel 15 News at noon.
Are you an Illinois resident without individual or family health insurance? Are you self-employed, not covered by an employer's plan, or not covered by your spouse's plan? If so, we at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois want to show you some numbers. $1,840. That's the average consumer spent on health care in a recent year. $12,000. That's the cost of the average hospital stay. If you're between the ages of 18 and 64, call this number and learn how you can benefit from this number, $5 million. That's what you get in lifetime coverage for these services. Plus, you'll enjoy freedom of choice. Ready for more great numbers? We now offer a plan with a prescription drug card. Use it at 98% of Illinois pharmacies to pay as little as $10 a prescription. And save with our expanded discount program on healthcare products and services. Call this toll-free number now and put Blue Cross and Blue Shield to work for you.
Call 1-800-846-3045.
Stand by you, it's what we do. O'Brien Automotive Team. Stand by you, we're ready for you. O'Brien Automotive Team.
The O'Brien Automotive Team promises every one of our customers.
We will help you find the make and model of the car, truck, van, or SUV you're looking for.
At competitive prices with low financing. More reasons why you should be buying from O'Brien.
Stand by you, we're ready for you. O'Brien Automotive Team.
It takes more than a helicopter to be rated a Level 1 trauma center.
It takes skilled trauma surgeons available 24 hours a day, specialists in critical care, neurosurgery, and orthopedics, and the resources of an entire hospital ready in a heartbeat. It takes the trauma experts at Carle, the area's only hospital to raise trauma care to a whole new level. Level 1. Carle, advancing the wonders of medicine.
Your Health at Midday is sponsored by Carle, advancing the wonders of medicine.
You're watching the news source for Champaign and Vermilion counties, NBC News Channel 15, with Grant Whitty and Keith Page with weather. The news continues.
Too much sugar and not enough milk. Those are just a couple of things that have come out of a recent report about teens done at the University of North Carolina. Stephanie Creighton outlines those findings.
We need to do a better job of trying to get our children, and adolescents included, to eat better diets.
Better meaning more raw fruits and vegetables, more nutrients. But it's the same message we've heard time and time again, a message that may not be sinking in.
With our society becoming more sort of time conscious, the quick foods, which tend to be higher in energy and tend to be something that you're drinking, the increased consumption of those foods.
Those especially guilty are nation's teens. A new report out of the UNC School of Public Health shows fruits and vegetables have taken a backseat to fatty foods like fried potatoes and pizzas. The study looked at the trend of teen diets over 30 years. Researchers agree things were a lot better back then. The gains being made today are in the wrong direction.
For girls in particular, we're not seeing enough iron intakes, so their diets are low. They've always been low in iron, but they haven't gotten any better despite the fact that we've had public health messages to actually try to eat, better foods, more nutrient-dense foods.
Also on the rise, our teens are drinking a lot more soft drinks and those sugar-loaded fruit-flavored drinks.
What they've done is they've replaced milk consumption, and milk tends to be the primary source of calcium.
And the primary protection for bones as we age. Teens drink nearly 40% less milk than ever before. UNC researchers say the high-fat, sugary diets can lead to more chronic diseases as teens move into their adult years. Diseases like stroke, heart disease, and high blood pressure. Diseases already a burden on the nation. Stephanie Creighton for NBC News.
And I guess you don't necessarily have to be a teen to load up on those foods either.
No, not at all. Some of that looks so delicious to me, even though I know it's probably killing me.
It certainly does. This is really strange.
Well, you know what delights me about this is that I have a chance now to finally get even. You've been asking the questions on Fridays for these last years, and now I'm going to do it to you.
And you're going to make me look bad, right?
Well, I purposely selected something you probably wouldn't know anything about. Let's take a look at the question. What state did the Good Friday earthquake occur in? Alaska, California, or Missouri? We'll give you the answer to that. Take a look at the weather next.
The greatest mattress in America, everybody knows it's Levita.
It's Levita's September savings sale. Save now on high-quality mattress sets, waterbed replacements, electric adjustable beds, and bedroom furniture. Right now, get free delivery, free setup, free disposal of your old bedding, and a free bed frame with any premium set. Plus, take 6 months to pay with no interest. So, where do you go for the greatest mattresses?
Levita, Levita, everybody knows it's Levita.
It's the spectacle that captivates an entire world, the Olympic Games. September 15th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on NBC, the moment we've been waiting for arrives. The youth of the world, 10,000 strong, from all corners of the globe, gather in one of the world's most beautiful cities, Sydney, Australia, for the unmatched pageantry of the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games. Friday, September 15th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on NBC.
Don Johnson.
My name is Nash Bridges, and I'm a San Francisco police inspector.
Cheech Marin.
We're not as dumb as he looks.
Yasmin Bleeth.
I am so on to you. Men.
Now working.
I'm a little busy here, and you're annoying me.
Weekends.
Freeze! You can't do this. Oh, sure we can. We can do whatever we want.
Nash Bridges.
Well, we do see the clouds moving in, and I'll show you that in a moment. Yesterday we had some rain. Today we'll get some more. And by the time tomorrow is through, we'll have a real downpour. Indeed, you can take a look and see that the clouds are making their move in. It was mostly sunny for much of the morning, but now you can see the advance. This is looking northwest, and this is the amount of rain we got yesterday. 95/100ths of an inch in Champaign, but take a look at Mattoon and Charleston. Over 4.5 inches in Mattoon, close to 4 3/4 in Charleston. And if you'll remember, we had a W on the screen from 3 o'clock until 5:15 because they had flash flood warnings in effect for that area. You can see why with that kind of total. This is the precipcast, and you can see that we're going to get it before it starts to move out sometime around noon or later tomorrow. So we'll have a dry day after that, but we're going to get some good rain shower activity. And this is the system that's going to be providing it for us. This is the one that provided it for us yesterday, so it was a 1-2 punch. This was the one that we came through yesterday. This is the one coming through today. The surface map shows what's driving it. A cold front that extends all the way to this low in eastern Nebraska, then it becomes stationary into the intermountain regions. And as we animate this, you'll notice it's going to start slowly pushing it towards us. And as this becomes a cold front, it's going to continue on through and provide us with rain shower activity sometime after midnight tonight and through the morning hours tomorrow. Another good bit of news, however, is that once that cold front passes through, it'll drop our temperatures for daytime highs by about 10 degrees. The subtropical jet stream just made a little dipsy-doodle through the northern plains, and that's where the green area is, as you see. 87 degrees right now in St. Louis, and our temperature is 84, humidity 74%. Winds are out of the south at 12, and the barometer holding at 29.92. Temperatures, well, the coolest among us is Mattoon in Paris with an 82-degree reading. It's 83 in Cissna Park, a batch of 84s, Decatur, Bloomington, Rantoul, Champaign, Urbana, and Petersburg, and the warmest at this hour is Danville with an 85-degree reading. Our high today, the current temperature, overnight lows were 68. We had 100th of an inch of rain, that was close to midnight, and the total for the month, 95/100ths of an inch. Here is what we've got. 88 degrees for our highs today, and tonight we'll drop down to 65 degrees. Tomorrow it will be mostly cloudy with those showers and thunderstorms, and of course the forecast looks like this. For today, a 30% chance of some afternoon thunderstorms. 88 degrees will be our high. Tonight, we anticipate seeing a 60% likelihood of rain probably developing after midnight under otherwise partly cloudy skies. The overnight low is 65 degrees. And then tomorrow, mostly cloudy with showers and thunderstorms. 60% likely that'll probably happen during the morning hours. Daytime highs 78 degrees. But after that, good news. Take a look at that. Mostly sunny on Wednesday and back to partly cloudy Thursday and Friday as the temperatures drop into the mid-60s by the end of the week.
So we were talking about this morning, don't be surprised if that W pops up perhaps a little bit later tonight.
Yeah, well, there is a remote risk of some severe thunderstorm activity as that system moves into the area.
Okay, so everyone should keep a watch out.
That's right. Now, today's question.
All right.
Let's take a look at it. What state did the Good Friday earthquake occur in?
Well, the only one that I can actually pinpoint was the one in Alaska in about 1964 or something like that. So that's my answer.
You cheated. You looked.
No, I didn't cheat.
That's exactly right. It was the Alaska earthquake, and of course it rearranged much of Anchorage, Alaska.
Sure did.
I took this group, you know, the TV viewers from Channel 15 up to the Alaska area, and we saw a rearrangement of that town. It packed at 8.5 Richter scale, so it was the most intense earthquake in the U.S.
Yeah, I was in about 4th or 5th grade, so I do remember that.
You do?
Very well.
Okay, very good.
Thanks, Keith. Kids who participate in only one sport are having psychological problems later in life.
I'm Lucky Severson. Some recommendations for parents of child athletes. That's coming up.
Not bad. However, True Value paint has over 2,000 beautiful colors. And the quality comes through in every one. That's 2,000 colors.
Easy Care Interior Semi-Gloss or Weatherall Exterior Satin House Paint, only $18.99 per gallon. Your choice.
Welcome Welcome to Spotlight 15. With me is Kathy Reeves from March of Dimes, here to tell us about the upcoming Taste for Life Chef's Auction. Kathy, give us a few details.
The March of Dimes raises funds to eliminate birth defects. And this is a fun fundraiser. The volunteers are working very hard getting donations from local chefs. We'll have a tasting that begins at 6 o'clock at the Holiday Inn on the 14th of September. And this culinary sampling is some of the most delicious food available from local chefs and restaurants. At 7 o'clock we have a live auction, and we also have a silent auction. So there are things to bid on, from packages that include gift certificates, dinners at different restaurants, and exciting things that are yet to be seen. Some trips.
Dates, times, and location.
September 14th at 6 o'clock begins the sampling at Holiday Inn.
And the telephone number to call for more information?
359-6326.
All right, Kathy, thanks for being with us on Spotlight 15. I'm Doug Quick. The American Academy of Pediatrics says kids can suffer serious psychological and physical damage if they specialize in only one sport. And the organization has released new guidelines for child athletes. Lucky Severson reports on how to choose the right sports program for your child.
14-year-old Stacy Jacobson is on the ice hours before most kids climb out of bed.
It's just something that brings a lot of joy to my life.
Does it bother you much?
No.
But it can also bring pain.
I'm not going to push hard.
Stacy has dislocated her shoulder 5 times, 3 of them on the ice. Her doctor says Stacy knows how to keep her passion in perspective, but some children and parents take training to the extreme.
There's definitely some cases where you just wish that you could pull the kid out completely.
The American Academy of Pediatrics says a growing number of children are specializing in only one sport. They and their parents are often lured by the remote chance of fame and fortune. The reality is too many of these kids are risking long-term physical and psychological damage.
There you go.
The AAP released new guidelines saying parents should discourage a child from concentrating on one sport. Instead, they should try an array of activities and emphasize values instead of victories.
I got us in 4th place.
Stress developing the skills of the sport, developing camaraderie with the kids on the team, having fun.
This is the medal they gave me.
Stacy Jacobson is proud of the award she has won, but her mother says the real reward is a lesson she'll use the rest of her life.
In fact, over the years, it's been less and less about winning and more about personal goals.
Want to make sure your child is happy and healthy on the field? Get tips on choosing the right sports program, and to watch this story online, log on to the internet at healthsurfing.com. I'm Lucky Severson reporting.
And in farm news this afternoon, some central Illinois farmers say their corn harvest will fall far below expectations. The USDA has projected a bin-buster harvest this fall, including almost 1.8 billion bushels in Illinois. But one Pleasant Plains farmer says he's hearing from farmers that crop conditions aren't good. Farmers are looking for more cash from Congress this fall. They might want as much as $3 billion in disaster aid on top of the $15 billion in already approved assistance. A spokesman for House Speaker Dennis Hastert says congressional leaders will consider the farmers' request. And if you're looking for a pen pal, go no further than the internet.
How'd you like a pen pal by the internet? In this case, that pen pal is really in the pen. Wait till you see the Jailbabe site. I'll show you coming up on High Tech Talk.
But first, here are today's farm prices, courtesy of the Andersons. Midday markets are brought to you by Hicks Gas.
You've got a busy schedule and don't want to have to worry about hard water. Why purchase an expensive water conditioner when you can rent one from Hicks Gas for a low monthly fee? And that includes free normal installation, parts, and service. Hicks Gas will even customize the system to fit your individual water supply, so you'll always have enough soft water. With luxurious soft water from Hicks Gas, you won't have to worry about scale buildup, dingy laundry, or spots on your dishes. So give Hicks Gas a call and relax. Look in the phone book under Hicks Gas for the dealer nearest you.
When Bruce Beeman, Frank Lynch, and I started our partnership, we set out to create Central Illinois' premier plaintiffs' law firm. Our experience, and most importantly, our willingness to try lawsuits, have resulted in verdicts and settlements in excess of $28 million in just the last year. If you're injured at work or as the result of someone else's negligence, make sure that the money that you and I pay to insurance companies fully compensates you for your losses. We're Walter Beeman and Lynch. Don't settle for less.
Ed Stevens is one of you.
Ed Stevens, a big city lawyer, is about to discover what's really important. He's going home to start over and might even win the girl of his dreams.
Is ever one of those days when you have the big epiphany and suddenly you know what you're supposed to be doing in life?
You kissed the guy and you bought a bowling alley.
Welcome to Stucky Bowl, sir.
You're lucky you didn't sleep with him. You would have had a strip mall.
I got it. Ding, 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 ding. We give free legal advice to anyone who comes in and bowls.
Mr. Stevens, the bowling alley lawyer.
I own a bowling alley. I am a lawyer. Two separate things.
And there's only one way to get the girl. You make a complete ass out of yourself.
To the world's first bowling alley lawyer.
I'm actually going to try and stay away from that phrase.
Once you meet him, you'll never forget his name.
I even made up your diploma. My last name's not Dershowitz. Dude, they don't know that.
Ed, coming to NBC Sundays this fall.
The harvest season looks very bleak for area farmers. Coming up tonight at 6 on NBC News Channel 15, we're going to be taking a look at how some of the experts predict the crops will turn out and also what the prices might be this year. Then the Vermilion County Health Department tells us the latest on what made over 40 football players sick over a week ago. We'll have those stories and more coming up tonight at 6. And Keith is here to wrap up the weather for us.
Well, we do have a % chance of some afternoon thunderstorms developing, but the likelihood is that later on this evening we have a 60% likelihood of shower and thunderstorm activity, and some of that could be locally severe, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
All right.
Temperature should get up to about 88, maybe even 90 degrees before this afternoon is over.
Warm one. Summertime continues.
You bet.
Well, chat rooms, email, and discussion groups are putting all sorts of people in all sorts of places in touch. But PC Mike Wendland has found a website that gives new meaning to the phrase pen pal. The people advertising here are really in the pen, as in penitentiary.
The site advertises itself as a pen pal exchange and singles introductory service that connects you on the outside and by mail with hundreds of, quote, beautiful ladies sitting in prison just waiting for someone to love and care about them. Jailbabes.com puts their pictures and background information online. You can even search for them by state and age and ethnic background. Why are these women doing this? Because, the site says, the jail babes are all fighting loneliness. Even though these ladies are in prison, it doesn't mean that they're bad women, says the website. The majority of these ladies are fun-loving, clever, reliable, sexy, loyal, devoted, and very passionate. Some of them are also highly educated. The women have all filled in a profile that conspicuously avoids mentioning just what it is they're doing time for. Sometimes, though, those profiles can raise an eyebrow. For example, Amy here, an inmate in Florida, notes or maybe warns that she can be extremist in certain areas. Makes you wonder if that's why she's doing such serious time. She's not getting out until 2032. The jail babes don't have computers, so you can't email them. Snail mail is all that works behind bars. And finding the right pen pal will cost you, though it's free to look through the listings. The site charges you $7 to get the actual inmate address. And yes, there is a similar site for male inmates called Jail Dudes. It works the exact same way. Well, if you want to find your own jail babe or jail dude, I made it easy for you by building in a direct link to the site on my PC Mike page on the World Wide Web. There's my address right there on your screen. Don't forget, send me your favorite sites. You can reach me anytime online. Till next time, I'm PC Mike Wendland for NBC News.
imagine that would be a cheap date, though, wouldn't it?
I tell you, I've seen everything now.
Well, that's it for our edition of News at Noon. Stay with NBC News Channel 15 for all the day's news and weather tonight at 5, 6, and 10. Have a great afternoon.
BMW 3 Series Coupe from $29,560.
People can shop at Goods with confidence because they know they're getting real value every day. Our prices are great. If you're comparing the quality, you can't really beat the prices. I don't think people like sales necessarily, but they love the price that they get when it's on sale. That's what's great about Goods. Ours is on sale every day.
This is NBC News Channel 15's Community Calendar. The Land of Lincoln Legal Assistance Foundation is offering a free class on the enforcement of child support payments on Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. at the Champaign Public Library. For details, call 800-747-5523. The Westminster Presbyterian Church of Champaign is hosting an Everything is Free garage sale on Friday and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. both days. Donations will be accepted. Tolono's second annual community garage sale will be held on Saturday from 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. The event is sponsored by the business encouraging and supporting Tolono Best. For more information, call 485-3329. The Midwest Doxy Fest will be held at the Kickapoo State Park west of Danville on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The event is for Dachshunds and Dachshund lovers. For more information, call 359-7148. And the Urbana Free Library is offering many events during the month. Call 367-4069.